Getting the Sunday nod, and he will kick and deliver. We are underway in the finale. First pitch from Jay Woolfolk, just a little bit out of the zone to Dylan Palmer. Distance, here's the 3-2, and it is high, ball 4. So Palmer, in the end, Rosso has worked a 3-1 count. And he tees off on the 3-1. And if it stays fair, it's going to mean a 2-0 lead for Hofstra in the first. It will. A round tripper for Santino Rosso. And Hofstra, for the third straight day, will strike first. A 2-run homer. You know, Pelcher had been the lone individual for Hofstra to use the long ball this weekend. But just 2 batters into the game, Rosso rudely greeting Jay Woolfolk in his new role as he worked himself into a hitter's count, and that's exactly what he became. And Kennedy swings through a 2-2. Ethan Anderson will have to take care of the housekeeping to complete the strikeout in his throw down to first. Majority of the day off after Virginia built that sizable lead yesterday. Back out there at shortstop. And here's a swing through for strike 3. So Woolfolk, from the pace of what we've seen from Woolfolk in the early going. And McCoy, he drives this into center, but over there to grab it is Whalen, getting the start in center field for the second consecutive day. And that's the inning. It was busy to end that top half frame. Rounds out the lineup batting 9th. And Griff O'Farrell jumps on the first pitch from Carlos Martinez and sends it into left center field for a base hit. O'Farrell, who had started the year not only with home runs in consecutive days, doubled his total. He delivers a pitch to Anthony Stefan. It's going to be sent out into right field. So the first 2 Virginia batters are aboard. And that is much of what we saw from this 1-2 combo, of course, this year, though different roles defensively. And he will send this into center field. That is in front of the center fielder. The throw is going to be cut off, and Virginia's on the board in the first inning as well. O'Farrell around to score. It is 2-1. And each of the first 3 Cavaliers. The 3-1 to Ford. And it is ball 4. The base is loaded. What a familiar refrain this was for Virginia yesterday. Scoring earlier here, at least evening up the ball game. As this is bounced through the right side, it will give the Hoos the lead. Both Stefan and Anderson come on around to score, and Casey Salke has delivered again. Remember, his first contribution on the year. It's down to third. Able to just get the leather underneath it over there is Rosso. Boy, he has made the most of every opportunity his direction. And he will ground the 1-2 to short. Could be a couple. Nice turn. And the inning is over. Not before Virginia answers back the 2-run top of the inning for Hofstra. Woolfolk working to 6, 7, and 8. And he begins with the strikeout. And it misses ball 4. Boy, mindful of that battle and the 3-run frame that proved the decider. Pelcher patient. And both pitchers laboring through the early stages of this one. And unable to find the zone is Woolfolk. They are loaded for Hofstra. And here he lines this into the right center field gap. And that's going to be cut off eventually by Whalen. Not before a couple of members of the Pride come home to score. And Hofstra has reclaimed the lead. Opening day total in the history of the ballpark. Here's a bouncer down to third. Going to be gloved there, and a strong throw across. Taking care of the out for Hansen. What a nice play at the hot corner. And then Kennedy out into left. That's going to hang up long enough for Didowick to get to it, and the inning is over. And out to a 1-for-5 start to the year. And he bounces this down inside the line at third. That's going to work its way into the left field corner, and Godbout is standing up with a double, his second hit of the year. And here is Carlos Martinez, payoff pitch. This is another chopper down toward third. That in the grasp of Rosso, and he'll fire across for the 5-3 putout, 1 away. Wonder how much the power element is now going to be a part of the game of Griff O'Farrell. Still finds a way to find holes on the outfield, though. Here's a base knock into left, and that's going to plate the run into second base with a head first slide as O'Farrell. And Virginia will see to it that both teams are going to score in each of their first couple of at-bats. He, too, already has one of Virginia's 6 hits. And he sends this to the depths of the middle infield. How about this nifty play by the shortstop? Floridas gets back there. And way behind 0-2 here. Able to turn on this, and he will send that up against the fence. A one-hopper off the wall. O'Farrell scores easily, and Virginia has tied it up at 5 apiece on an RBI double from Ethan Anderson. 37-09 that day is the largest of crowds on home openers. Going around, and the catcher will have to take care of business as Pelcher tosses to first to complete it and bring the inning to a close. Through the preseason, but that count continues to climb, and another base runner Virginia roster, and he starts off strong. A strikeout on a 1-2 pitch clears yesterday, so a lot of the new faces out of the bullpen being seen. This is rolled right down the third base line. That's going to go all the way into the left field corner. They will hold the runner at third. Harrington will stop there, and Seeley with the double. Down at second base is the trend of at least threatening in every inning. We'll see if scoring in every inning continues here. In the air to right. Salke backs up, but that is deep enough for Hofstra to reclaim the lead. Tagging and coming home to score Harrington. It is 6-5 Pride in the top of the third inning. Florida this 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch, high in the air. Plenty of time for Whalen to work his way underneath it. Back in the opening inning, follows it up with a single here with one out in the bottom of the third. 1-2. Chop left side, third baseman cuts it off, and he'll fire across. And Godbout going to send this into the right center field gap. That'll mean a run. And tries for second, head first in there safely. Is Godbout, his RBI, putting Virginia on even footing again. 6 apiece in the bottom half of the third inning. Here comes the 2-1. And this is sent up the middle. Able to scoop it, and the throw's going to need the same thing at first, and it is a nice dig out of the dirt for Lane to complete the play. A 2-2 pitch to Ford. In the air right field, Harrington into the shadows, and he'll reach for it and watches it, lands against the warning track and hops over the fence for a ground rule double. Salke hits this well into center. Not able to get on his horse in time as the center fielder McCoy. Ford is around third. They trade places as Salke drives him home, and Virginia claims the lead. It is 7-6 Hoos. And the Alabama native delivers inside one more time. That is going to be ball 4. This time does get the bunt down. Going to be fielded by the pitcher. Strong throw from Henry. Here's the 2-2. And seeing Virginia attempt to add to the lead another. This is deep to left center. Reaching up into the sky is McCoy. He pulls that down, but it is well deep enough to score Salke's run from third, and Virginia is now out front 8-6 on the sacrifice fly from Godbout. Grounded to third. Gloved by Rousseau, and that requires an adjustment to provide the tag by Lane over at first, which he handles nicely. But a 50-degree day at the University of Virginia, proving solid for baseball. And this is a solid single into right field. Anthony Stefan aboard. And the option with first base empty being taken by Hofstra. They're going to put Anderson aboard. Here's his 1-0 delivery to Ford. And Ford sends this high and deep to left field, and that is into the seats for his second collegiate home run. A 3-run shot, and Virginia has opened up a lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. It is now 11-8 Hoos. Henry Ford homering in back-to-back games. Sent one atop the clubhouse for his first collegiate home run yesterday. Finds the left field bleachers this time around. Commonwealth product is going to deliver his first pitch. McCoy serves it out into right field, and that's a base knock for Alex McCoy. His first of the day after an 0-for-3 start. McCoy. Osinski's pitch is hit in the air right field. That's going to land well in front of Salke out there, and the first two batters of the 7th inning are aboard. Picked up 8 saves a year ago for the Bison. This is into left field. That's 3 consecutive hits in 19 innings across 17 appearances. But he has been greeted rudely by this Hofstra team here. That is just at the bag at first, and it's going to motor the runners around. How about this? Hofstra coming to life offensively in the 7th inning. 0-for-2 today out of the 9 spot is Floridas, and he'll put this in play right side. A little underhanded toss to the pitcher at the bag for the first out of the inning as Lane comes home to score. It is 11-9. A couple of walks alongside those 8 hits. And he chops this. The height of Osinski serving him well as he brings it to the plate, and they will cut down that potential 10th run of the ball game right there. As part of a 1-for-4 effort. Grounds this to third. Hansen sets his feet but throws a little bit off the mark, and enough that it pulls Ford off the bag and allows picked up a win in his Virginia debut. One of the new faces in transfers gets the chopper down to first. Ford there, and it's a close play at the bag, just able. Here's the 3-2 his direction one more time, and he will send this into right field. Looks like it could be trouble, and it will. Gonna rattle around in the right field corner. Whalen thinking about making a wide turn at second base, but he will put on the brakes there. Another double. Had already made his mark on that game as a 2-2. Out to short, could be 2. Taking it to the bag himself, the shortstop Floridas, and he will go on to first with it in time to drop the curtain on the 7th inning. 2-2 to Pelcher, and it's bounced down toward third. Hansen waits on it. He'll have to make a strong throw to first. Will do so in time in 2024. Another 3-2. Chop. Another hard charging middle infield play required as Godbout executes it well. Out toward short. Griff O'Farrell. Picked at first by Ford, and that's the ball game.
Hey everyone, Wheels here, and I'm excited to kick off my 6th year of college baseball coverage. Since there's always new viewers at the beginning of the season, I do want to give a quick reminder to subscribe, as over 50% of viewers watching haven't yet done so. We're so close to reaching 500,000 subs. Thanks everyone, and let's have another amazing season of college baseball.